When you go to the stitch menu, you will notice that there is a menu all the way at the bottom with a U on it and a heart. These are where your favorite stitches can be saved. Maybe you use a stitch all the time, but not at the default setting that it always comes to. Let me show you how you can set up for a quicker, easier progression through your project when you're working with manipulated stitches. Because if you'll notice, when you pick a stitch and maybe change the width to it, as soon as you go to another stitch and come back to it, it resets. So what if you could save that stitch in the setting that you like it to be? Let's go ahead and make that really, really wide so it's very obvious and maybe closer together. Just let's say that that's the setting you need it to be at. Go over here to the folder with the arrow pointing into it. Touch it one time. And this is where you can save your combinations of stitches. So if you have something for your memory, like I've got my name in here, let's go ahead and set it for our stitch number 2 as our favorite stitch. And you'll see that it'll go in as a zigzag here. And then we're going to confirm it. And what if we are using this stitch, but we also use it in conjunction with a stitch that's much narrower? And we're kind of going back and forth. And so instead of going up and down, back through all the settings each time or having to write them down for every time you sit down to sew, let's save this one now into the folder. And let's save it as our stitch number 3 area. And notice it also will show that it's the smaller version of it. I love the visual part. So let's say you're ready to sew your project, and these are the 2 stitches you're going between. You can go ahead and go to the U menu, and you'll see that you can go from stitch number 2 with the wider setting and stitch number 3 with the narrower setting. And all you have to do is just touch them as you go back and forth. This is kind of like your own personal menu. Now, I would recommend that you kind of clean it up once you're done so you can go back into the folder. To remove a stitch you're no longer using at that setting, touch the trash can, go over and make sure it says delete is active, and then you can touch the stitch and it will ask you, do you want to delete it? Confirm with the green check mark. Touch the trash can again. Touch the stitch, and you can remove it on out. And I'm going to just go ahead and delete out my name, touch the trash can, and out that goes as well. So I can keep that nice and clean, but you can put in quite a few stitches into your U menu. Here, let's go back in here, because you have 4 pages. So 6 times 4, that means you have 24 places you could store combinations of stitches or stitches that you're using within a project. It is wonderful. Don't forget it's there.